and my life is chaos because of what I do and the way that my brain works.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think, like, as a man, obviously we're both men,
As a woman, actually.
Yeah.
You should maybe when it comes to my boobs, my left one's bigger than my right one. I'm not sure.
Do you think that you should ever like put dating on hold until you sort yourself out in terms of like?
Oh, definitely.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, the irony is that I was about to do exactly that, and I met the girl who I've been seeing for the last 2 months. I think that being single is extremely important, especially when you get to your late 20s, early 30s, when you get the chance. I mean, when shit happens and you hit the rock bottom. One of the things that I learned was that it's actually not selfish to look after yourself only. Because being in relationships, I tend to be in relationships pretty quickly because I'm quite, not fickle, but, it's like I get out of one and then I find myself going dating because I like the I don't know. But there's lots of reasons. But
you seem like somebody that needs to be constantly in some form of relationship.
No, I think it's more like I'm quite an extroverted person. So while it's about... Yeah, I mean, fine. On the one hand, it's nice to just chat to different people, get to know different people. Like, I mean, I dated a neurosurgeon, not neurosurgeon. I dated 2 surgeons, a neuroscientist, and these were all interesting people. But I think that's partly the fact that why I'm a journalist, because I want to meet interesting people. Not to say that most people aren't interesting, but I've ended up in this position with somebody who isn't the kind of person I thought I would date, and I'm really happy. They're a really, really lovely person. She might dump me in the next couple of weeks. I don't know, but
I don't remember seeing a single les for long anyway.
I mean, it's usually for about 8 to 10 months, and I think though that's also partly because of social circumstance. So in Indonesia, I had somebody who I knew fancied me and who was smoking hot, and is actually one of the best girlfriends I've ever had. But so when my first relationship broke down, I knew that I could send a message and then go for a date and then have this person already, because she was already very into me, almost obsessively, which was fantastic. She was gorgeous. But she was just a gorgeous person as well, for the record. It's not just about aesthetics. I mean, she was really one of the best people I've ever dated. And phenomenal human being. And I treated her like shit, but she didn't deserve it. Dear God. Anyway, point is, though, that... what was the question? Sorry.
So like we're talking, I think, originally about like the whole process of
the process
dating.
Okay. So the reason I'm like not that single for very long is because I think that in the periods I am single, I pull my shit together pretty quickly. I mean, I'll go to therapy straight away. I will do what I can, and I think though there have been cases where I'm still friends with the girl that I dated for a while. And,
do you think? Sorry to interrupt you. Do you think the access to the internet dating makes it a bit like too easy to go get back in
because there's no meet cute. There is no meet cute. There is just by the numbers. It's like if I want to find a girlfriend in the next week, which I don't because I've kind of got one, but we're in the seeing each other stage because apparently these things come in stages. You have to like sort of I mean, all you have to do is you can pick up 3 or 4 different apps. Each of which has an unlimited number of people on it. And all you have to do is wait until your swipes expire. You go on the next one, you start swiping again. Now, I don't have the patience for that bullshit. I only stayed on one, which is the posh one, because I wanted a bit more than just sex. I wanted, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, but...
I think when I was dating back in 2016, I was on...
Those are the days.
I was on, what's it, Tinder... But I don't know if these are
Bumble.
still operate.
Yeah, they do.
But Bumble wasn't around. It was Badu.
Badu. Yeah, my friend still uses that one. She's met some right weirdos on there.
What was it? I think Match.com or
Match.com.
I think Plenty of Fish it was actually.
Yeah.
Plenty of Fish.
I don't know if that's even a thing still, but yeah.
So those are I think I was on those 3 main ones, and this is before.
You just get overloaded with random people.
This is before Bumble. This is before Hinge. Like or whatever new ones out there now. So yeah, I think it does make it really easy to just like if you break up with somebody now, to just go on your phone.
Yeah, it's
upload
20
a
minutes.
photo and now you're.
I mean, finding the right photo takes an hour.
Yeah.
Like that's the hard part. That's why I never bothered with the other apps because I couldn't be fucked. Yeah. But like in my case, like this girl who I'm kind of like who I'm seeing now, she liked me and that made all the difference. I found, but I think that and that was. She has a really lovely smile, so kind of went for a date with her, and it went really, really well, and so far so good. But what I'm trying to get at is that like it's the ease of which it devalues the relationship to start with. Yeah. Because it used to be that you go to a bar that you had the area in common, you had places, and it was like little meet cute coincidence, like like if I hadn't gone to that bar, I'd never have seen you. If my friend hadn't dropped her shoe in that. And then we'd end up getting the second bus where I met you, and that would never have been that way. I remember. So thank you to this shoe. This is the most YouTube thing we're ever going to do.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed our video. Please do like and subscribe.